see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Tight end right. You got three down. Here we go, 50. Mike 50. In your face.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
I smell fear in that offense.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hey, Mike's 50. Watch the spread.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
All you get is a headache. 50's the mic. Hey, they scared.
Montgomery back to the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Under 10. 10.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. 68 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Here's Fuller with a catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You better bring it. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Jalen Ramsey brought him down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears. That's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
All day. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Get him.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 24's on the move. 24's on the move.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Eyes on 85. It's been a long day for you.
Here's Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery from 10 yards out. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 38, Rams nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On 1st down, Akers. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
58's Mike. 58's Mike.
Going right back to Akers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Let him know. Mike 50, Mike 50. 3 buzz.
They run the counter. Herbert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Herbert, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Herbert pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Push him back.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Don't get nervous.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You must be drinking.
Now Montgomery. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
We got 4.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.